Hey folks, in Team Trackerbot we try to help dropshippers every day. Over the last year, I've started to see repeating mistakes that stop people from scaling their business and really making a profit. Watch this video till the end to fully understand which items and categories stop you from making huge profit. Some of the questions I'm about to answer in this tutorial are all items worth listing? What kind of items appear great, but that's just the tip of the iceberg? Which are the categories that cause problems most often? In this video we will find the answers of those and many other questions related to tricky items. And we all hate problems and cases, don't we? This is the moment to minimize your troubles by signing up for Trackerbot. Simply put, the best dropshipping tool to track all of your orders. It automatically converts unaccepted trackings, tracks all your active sales, and with the best dropshipping friendly interface helps you discover delays and problems as soon as they happen. Try it for free right now and upscale your store. Trackerbot is a software designed by experienced dropshippers for all of you guys. Okay. Let's start with kind of an obvious problem, but many beginners bump into it right after opening a store. Avoid listing fragile items. Many goods out there are breakable, but don't try to dropship them. You know, us dropshippers are responsible for the delivery and the condition of a shipped item. Very often with glass items or ceramic items or just frail wooden stuff, problems occur. They just break during the delivery process. No one to be blamed actually, but the problem becomes yours. Some breakable items are bestsellers, but imagine selling 10 glass bottles in a week, but 2 out of 10 arrive broken. What follows is return cases are opened, you have to deal with return labels and communicate with the client and the marketplace, which is very time consuming and annoying. Also, you have to give back the money and all of the profit you made through the other 8 is lost. Simply doesn't worth it. The risk is too high for the eventual reward. Just don't fall in this trap. Another category of items which is definitely worth avoiding: large items. Yes, this is one of the most tempting categories. Either XXL sized furniture or enormous patio and garden stuff. No, those products which require freight delivery. Ordering such items for yourself might be challenging, not to mention delivery to someone else. Freight delivery requires much more communication between the delivery company, you, and the customer, takes way longer, and generally speaking is a tick-tocking trouble bomb. The reason many people are tempted to list freight items is the huge margin, of course. You can make over $100 with a single sale. But have in mind that there is a huge chance that for those $100 you have to make tens of phone calls, keep your fingers crossed for weeks, and organize everything perfectly and worse, manually. From this point of view, the things look a little bit different, right? I used to list big stuff on eBay, but the constant issues stopped me and now I live a much calmer life. Electronics is the next niche which I highly recommend you avoid. And the biggest problem with electronic stuff are the constant frauds. Items are being returned constantly, people claim that they never received the item and try to charge you back. I have a lot of return cases with monitors, for example, where the buyers try to return different than the sold ones. Huge pain. Remember, in order for your store to run smoothly as possible, you have to minimize the time you spend on orders. I already told you that the best way to do this is by using Trackerbot, but you can help yourself by skipping items with a high risk of being returned. Now, my tips to prevent such troubles. Best way to check a specific item is to first look at its reviews. A lot of positive reviews is the best warranty that the item arrives as described and on time. Choosing such items over items with few reviews is a great way of limiting eventual problems. Many reviews of an item is also a sign of an item's popularity. Popular items sell way more often, and your goal is to have at least a dozen items that you sell regularly and for months. Stores with a long history of successful, well-sold products rate much better and are considered by the buyers as respectable sellers for a reason. So, for my store, I have accepted my own policy to list items with a feedback score of 4 and above. Everything else is just not worth it and it's too risky. Risky of having upset buyers, and having unsatisfied and angry customers is the speedway to negative feedback. Simple logic. Selling items with a positive feedback score significantly increases the chance of receiving a positive feedback yourself. And having a decent feedback score is key to having a successful eBay store. Checking who's actually shipping the item is another way of securing your listings. Amazon and Walmart, for example, ship a lot of their products, but not all of them. In the meantime, both mammoths of the online trade have proven in time that dropshippers can rely on them, which can't be said for every other retailer which lists on Amazon or Walmart. You have to be absolutely sure in a third-party seller's reputation and policies in order to afford listing from them, especially if you are new to dropshipping. Otherwise, stick with items that are shipped by Amazon or Walmart. The main focus of you as a dropshipper should be help yourself in advance. Prevent problems, issues, returns and chargebacks from ever happening by filtering out your listings. Communicate promptly when something goes wrong and never ever leave an issue without solving it quickly. Negative feedback is horrible for your reputation with eBay, and I have just made a video about that. Check it out in the description. But it's not only reputation. Cases and issues eat your profit. A lot of work, effort and research which brings you headaches and loss instead of smile and profit. Doesn't make sense to me. Follow those advices and be cautious when listing. So, always try to prevent cases from ever happening one way or another. The dropshipping business is a game of trial and error, but through my channel you can also learn from fellow colleagues with greater experience. And never forget, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and expect a lot of do's and don'ts in the near future. Also receive 50% off after your Trackerbot trial's expiry for the whole next month. This offer is available only for YouTube subscribers to my channel. And since the video is free, hit the free like button and ask a free question in the comments. I will answer for free, of course, as soon as possible.